It is a new week of training and I'm hoping this week goes well, better than the last. Last week there were a lot of lessons learned, especially just coming back from a hectic weekend of wedding things and being thrown off my routine. It was really hard to find that structure again. And I think one of the biggest things that made it a lot harder for me to get back into routine was the fact that it just got so much warmer, and mixing that with the inability to waking up early, it made it really difficult because typically I like to run like late morning or early afternoon, but that's when it gets the hottest. And so trying to figure out a way to run outside when it's still cool out is still really difficult, especially the last few days when we're actually experiencing a heat wave. It's actually gotten hotter even earlier. So that means I either have to wake up earlier or wait until later in the evening to fit in my workout. So this week is all about trying to find ways to stay on top of my summer routine, making sure I'm hydrated, making sure I'm focusing on the little things, so that way I'm still feeling really strong when I'm running or doing any of my workouts. So that'll be the main focus this week, is fine-tuning that summer routine, and hopefully I'll share some tips and learnings along the way. Now, I did wake up early today. However, I am actually at the dentist. I've got like 15 minutes until my appointment. So I woke up around 6, got in a quick breakfast, and so now I'm here. So that means I will be doing my run probably later this evening. I am also scheduled for a strength session as well, so I'll probably fit that earlier later in the day. Let's hope this dentist appointment goes well and I can hopefully fit in my run later. So it is currently 5:25 p.m. and I still have to do my run. I also was supposed to do a strength workout, but because I had a dentist appointment, I just feel like I'm already at like stress mode and I don't want to put my body through more stress. So I'm actually going to push my strength workout later in the week, so I'm going to do it tomorrow, but I am hoping to fit in a tempo run today. It's still 37 degrees Celsius outside, so there's no way I'm going to be running right now. So I'm actually going to eat dinner, make sure that I fuel up, drink enough water, hydrate and all that, so that way I'm ready to go and do my tempo session later tonight. I do want to share some of the things that I got from this brand called Knockaround. I have been wanting some new sunglasses because the one that I have currently, I'm just not a fan of the style, and they were kind enough to send me some new styles to, help protect me from the sun. Some of the pairs that I got was this black on black Campiones, I think is the model, and then Venetia that's polarized, and then this Fast Lane Sports that's in like the color desert. I really like this Fast Lane Sports one. I feel like this is going to be perfect for running. It's on the smaller end versus like your typical cycling sunglasses. I just love the color because it is just bright, and then the frame is yellow with like some blue and orange. It's giving me retro vibes, so I'm going to try this out later tonight if it's still sunny. If not, I'm probably just gonna wear a hat. But yeah, as much as I'm kind of like, oh, I should have woken up earlier and, try and fit in my run, or, I should have gone to a community center or a gym that has AC and just suck it up and go on the treadmill. I'm just someone who wants to just go outside because, one, I don't want to spend even more money in an AC filled gym, and two, I just prefer running outside and it's more accessible to me. I know there's like lots of people out there that are like, do your runs in the morning and blah blah blah, but I'm just not at that stage right now where I'm a morning person. Like, I do have phases where I'm up early at like 5 in the morning getting my runs in ASAP, but I'm just struggling right now. And so if I can't fit it in early in the morning, at least I can try and fit it in the evening, and then hopefully I can evolve my schedule later down the road. But it is what it is. I have to learn and adapt on the fly, and not be so rigid on my schedule, because then I'm just going to be in this like negative spiral, and I don't want that. It's 8 p.m. It's still 30 degrees out, but we're going to do this tempo session. It's so muggy. I can barely breathe.
you mean?
It's hard. Holy crap. I can't breathe. It's too hot.
How was it?
It's brutal. My hands are so dry. Oh my god. So hard. This is what I get, like lying on the couch the entire day.
Yeah.
While
Well,
working.
you also...
I also had a dentist appointment this morning.
Exactly.
Like, I could just feel like my chest was caving in, so it started to hurt here. I'm like, come on, stand tall, open up the chest, but it just wasn't there. Holy shit.
Good job on getting it done, though.
I want, like, a Coke. I'm like,
Yeah. Ice cream?
oh yeah. Yeah.
You earned it.
Was that hard or very hard? Very hard. Actually, with the rest, hard. How did I feel? Let's say normal. Overall pace, 5:32. Training effect, VO2 max. And then I would get in control, and then it'd be like, oh, 4:40. I was supposed to aim around 4:35, so I was like, okay, maybe I can push it. But then when it got to the second kilometer of the interval, I was like, oh my god, this is so hard.
Yeah.
But I managed to maintain it. I think my average interval pace was like 4:35, 4:36, which was on target.
I thought it was 4:25.
4:25 is the fastest. The range was 4:25 to 4:45. So I was like, okay, let me try and aim for 45 to begin with. But I always started too fast, so I had to like peel back.
Yeah.
But then I was like averaging or maintaining an average of 4:35 to 4:38. So I was like, okay, I hit my target, I think. So
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. But oh my god, the 2-minute rush was a blessing.
Yeah, so lucky.
It went by way too fast though. I was like, oh my god, already? Only 30 seconds left? But I think what helped was running a familiar route, because it's like all I know is I have to get to that point and it's 2K and then back and then there and back halfway. Thanks for being with me.
You're welcome.
Not only did I get some footage, but I stayed safe because I ran which is close to my bedtime. Although I haven't been sleeping at 9, so it'll likely be the trend this summer, I think. I can't, it's too hot to run. I can't wake up at 4 or 3 in the morning to run that early. That's just not me. Happy Wednesday, everyone. It is currently 5 p.m. and I'm just getting the training started for today. It has just been kind of nonstop at work, and because I had a late evening training session yesterday, I obviously took the time to recover and sleep in this morning. So it looks like summer schedule is off to this kind of routine where training is now later in the evening. And I think with temperatures being so high and starting so early in the day, it just makes sense for me to work out later in the evening. So I'm actually gonna start off with some strength training. It's gonna be upper body, so I'm not too concerned on how it's gonna impact my running later today. And the run scheduled today is a 10K easy run. It's meant to be more of like a recovery run, so I'm really just gonna take my time with it and do it later this evening, especially because yesterday was a tempo session and then tomorrow I've got intervals. So I'm really gonna keep it light and easy for the run and not go super hard. We're actually heading out to my parents' place for dinner. So after we have some dinner there, we're gonna actually run in that side of town. It's actually not too far away from here, but it'll be a nice change of scenery and hopefully the temps will be a lot cooler tonight. So while I had good intentions to go running after dinner last night, I ended up not running, of course, surprise, surprise. I ended up just going over time, just spending it with my family and extended family, and we were just catching up. And then next thing you know, it was just too late to go run. And so I was like, oh, I guess I'm just pushing my run to the next day, which is today. So I am going to be doing my easy 10K run today, which means I'm going to be pushing the rest of my other runs a day later. So instead of doing what I was normally scheduled to do on Thursdays, I'm going to do the easy run today. Tomorrow on Friday, it will be an interval run, which means the long run will be pushed to Sunday instead of doing it on Saturday. And it's currently 3 p.m. and I want to get this run over and done with instead of doing it later in the evening. I'm going to try and see if I can adjust my schedule so that way I can start running in the morning, but I don't know, we'll see. It's a work in progress. And since it's super sunny out, I gotta make sure I am protecting the face with some sunscreen. And then also too, I am also going to be wearing some light clothing to reflect as much light as possible. I don't have any bright shorts, so I'm just wearing some gray shorts, and then obviously gonna wear the hat to protect the face even more. Hopefully I'll be a little bit cooler when I run. The weather today is technically cooler than what we've had the previous week, so hopefully it won't be too hot for me, and hopefully my body has acclimatized to the hotter temperatures. And since it's a little bit of a longer run today than my typical easy run, I'm going to bring a bottle of water with me to make sure I stay hydrated since it's hot out. And then to protect my eyes from the bright sun, I am going to be wearing some new sunnies, so hopefully this works out well. This is going to be the first time I'm trying it on today. We'll give that a try. I'm going to put my shoes on and then we're gonna head on out. It's definitely not as hot as the previous days, but it's still pretty warm. Thankfully, there's a little bit of a breeze, but yeah, I don't know if I've acclimated to the weather just yet. As much as I'd really like this run to be over and done with, I'm really taking my time and not going super hard and making sure that I'm running at a conversational pace. Because this is an easy run, I just want to make sure I'm not pushing my body too hard, especially before and after quality sessions like tempo or a speed session. Sometimes a conversational pace sometimes might be walking like I am doing right now, because it's just so hot and I feel like my body is trying to go out of control in this heat. It's just working harder than it needs to be, so hence why I'm doing a little bit of a walking break. I'm about halfway through my run and I regret not taking my hydration vest with me. I made the mistake of just taking the bottle with me and carrying it while I run, only to realize that I actually hate having things in my hand when I'm running. So I actually had my water bottle over here. Of course, it's warm, but I would rather have it out somewhere hidden and on my hand while I'm running, so it was a lot better. But yeah, definitely should be bringing the vest next time. Look who it is. Are you done?
70 meters.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that was like the longest 10K of my life. I'm so glad it is over. Time to get myself some much deserved post-run treat. I got a couple sweet treats.
I see the bottom one. What the hell is that?
A new flavor of the Mike and Ike's.
What? 10 flavors? The hell?
Your favorite flavor's in there.
Pineapple?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's pineapple banana.
I never tasted it though.
Yeah, what the hell?
You want to open a popsicle?
Absolutely.
Much better. It's currently 7 in the evening and I'm scheduled to do some intervals. Today we've got pyramids on the docket. I'm a little bit too lazy to go to the track, so we're gonna just stay in the neighborhood. Just did the first half of this pyramid. That was so hard. Now it's time to go shorter, but go even faster. Finally, pyramid intervals are done. Time for a 500-meter cool down. Now I'm just doing a cool down walk back home And guys, I'm actually so happy I forced myself outside to do this. I was actually very close to skipping this workout. I was actually thinking of pushing it to tomorrow on Saturday, but then knowing that I have a 17K long run on Sunday, I was like, well, that's probably not a smart decision. So I just forced myself to get ready, just put one article of clothing on at a time, and then next thing you know, I'm outside. And it was a pretty quick workout too. It was like 40 minutes, so I'm pretty happy that I did this. I just feel so accomplished now, and I'm ready for the weekend. It's a long run day, but we're switching it up. Keen and I are scheduled to do a long run. He is scheduled to do 14K and I'm scheduled to do 17K, but it is super late in the day and we're like, what's a place that has a lot of shade? So we're actually gonna take it to the trail. Since it's trail, it's gonna take longer than what I would typically be on road. So I'm most likely aiming for time on feet rather than distance. So we'll see how far we can run today. It'll probably be around 14K or so, and maybe a little extra. So yeah, we'll play it by ear, but I'm super excited because it's actually my first trail run of the season. It'll be super exciting. We'll probably stop along the way and check out some of the attractions, like all the different waterfalls. So I'm gonna put some shoes on, apply sunscreen and all that. Since we're taking it to the trails today, we are putting on some bug lotion because there's a tendency to get bitten in the forest. So I'm putting on my like go-to insect repellent lotion, which has DEET, and I find that this is like the best to repel all the mosquitoes and whatnot. This is coming in clutch. And then we have also got our vest. I've got 2 500 milliliters of Gatorade, and then I got a first aid kit inside there, and then we got some more snacks in Kian's pack. Made it to our first stop, which is this waterfall. I think it's called Knockaround Falls. So I'm gonna take a quick snack break. Finally done and dusted.
How was it?
The road was so much better. I was in my element, that's for sure.